5 loaves and 2 fish. Let's eat. Here is a comment from Malachi D or Malachi. Okay, please forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. Okay, Malachi D or Malachi. So here's his comment. I see an important difference between Jesus' 2 great commandments and the 10 commandments. Can I explain why? So he explains. The 10 commandments are negative. He's referring to as they tell us not to do certain things. A list of don'ts. Okay? Just remember there's a list of don'ts, negatives. But the laws of love are positive. The laws of love are positive. Okay? They call us to action. And the laws of love that he's referring to is the love the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. Those are the 2 great laws. Okay? So if you watch the whole video of where we talked about John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. It will. In that video, I explain how these 2 great laws summarizes the whole 10 commandments. Okay, the 2 great laws are a summary form of the whole 10 commandments, the moral law. Anyways, let me read it again. I see an important difference between Jesus' 2 great commandments. The 2 great commandments belong to Jesus, is what he's saying. And the 10 commandments, he did not say the 10 commandments which belong to Jesus. Jesus' 10 commandments. No, he just said the 2 great ones those are the ones that belongs to Jesus. Okay? Can I explain why? The 10 commandments are negative. They tell us not to do certain things, but the laws of love are positive. They call us to action. If I became sick and fell into a coma, I could keep all 10 of the commandments perfectly. Because the 10 commandments says don't do these things. So if I'm on my death, I'm not doing anything, I can keep the law perfectly. Okay? But I could not keep the laws of love because they must be expressed in action. I'm in coma. I cannot keep the 2 great commandments because they require me to do something, to love the Lord with all my heart and love my neighbors as myself. Okay, so the 2 commandments are referred to. Let me go back again. The 2 commandments here, Malachi, you said that they refer to you're referring them to Jesus' 2 great commandments, the 2 great commandments that belongs to Jesus. And the 10 commandments are not referred to as Jesus' 10 commandments. Okay? I'd like to clarify that the 2 great commandments and the 10 commandments, the big 10, both came from Jesus. They both came from Jesus. What do I mean? The same Jesus in his pre-incarnated form, his glorified form, he spoke the 10 commandments from Mount Sinai. The one who came on the mountain and met Moses on the mountain, Mount Sinai, the one who spoke the 10 commandments on that mountain is Jesus. Was Jesus. Jesus was the one who spoke the 10 commandments from Mount Sinai. That's another Bible study. If you want it, let me know. Okay? And then that same person who spoke from Mount Sinai is the same person in his incarnated form. He became flesh, he became human. He's that same person who spoke those 2 great commandments. Even if one became, now I'm gonna touch on the part where you say if I was sick, I'm in coma, okay? Even if one became, let's say me, even if I became sick and fell into a coma, uh, I can still be a commandment keeper. Why? Because my actions do not determine whether I am a commandment keeper or not. Okay? It's not by my actions. Okay? My actions don't determine whether I am a commandment keeper or not. Our actions, my commandment keeping actions, are evidence that I am a commandment keeper. Do you get it? Okay? Just because I'm laying coma on the bed doesn't mean I am not a commandment keeper. Doesn't mean I'm not breaking the law. No. A commandment keeper is a person who is born again, a person who has faith in Jesus. A commandment keeper starts all the way deep, deep into the core of the person. Okay? The person who loves Jesus. Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. It starts from all the way in here. Okay? A person who's in a faith relationship with Jesus, with God, is a commandment keeper. His actions are evidence of what's going on in here. Okay? In regards to the Ten Commandments as a set of negatives or a list of don'ts, we fail to see the Ten Commandments as God's 10 promises. What do I mean? Okay, here. I'm going to go to the Ten Commandments in Exodus chapter 20. You see where it says in verse 2, chapter 20, verse 2, where it says, I am the Lord your God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. That's the key. If God is not your God, if He is not your Lord, your God, if He's not the Lord your God, who brought you out of bondage, you cannot keep the 10 Commandments. Cannot. But because He is the Lord your God, who brought you out of bondage, you will not have any other gods before Him. And that is a promise He's making to you. Because I am the Lord your God, I promise you, you will have only one God. You will only serve me. Because I'm the Lord your God, because I brought you out of bondage, I have set you free, you will not bow down to any graven images. Now, not just physical material images, but even images in your mind. Okay, you can form your own gods. Your opinions can become your God. Your own intelligence can become, okay, your love for your wife can become your God. Love for money can become your God, right? In here. Okay, if He is the Lord your God, or if He is the Lord my God, and if He has brought me, because He has brought me out of the house of bondage, I will not take His name in vain. Okay? Now, yeah, by the way, I'm in Saipan, Cagman, out in the, outside the house where there's noise and stuff. Anyways, because Jesus is the Lord my God, because He has brought me out of slavery to sin, to my sinful nature, He has freed my ability, my freedom to choose is freed now, set free. My will is set free. I can make choice, right? To keep His law. Because I am born again, I can keep the law of God. Because Jesus fulfills the law, I can now become a law-abiding citizen. Because Jesus has given me the Holy Spirit, I can be a law-abiding citizen. Because John 15, Jesus said, abide in me and I in you. Okay. I am the branch and you are the branch. I am the vine and you are the branch. If the branch is separated from the vine, the branch will not bear fruit. And the fruit of the Holy Spirit is love. So if we are disconnected from Jesus, we cannot keep the law of God. That's why Jesus said in John 15, without me, you can do nothing. So we got to look at the 10 commandments as 10 promises. If Jesus has set you free, you are free indeed to keep the law. You are a law keeper. Okay, you are a law keeper. Questions, comments, put it in the comment section. See you on the next video. Peace and God bless.